What up, guys, man? So, people are looking for stability, right? Like, people are looking to be stable and comfortable, you know what I'm saying, and live this halted American dream, you know what I'm saying? The people, are only shooting themselves in the foot, looking to be stable, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna hurt themselves doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are trying to be stable. Like, bro, like, you can't, in a timeline like this, you can't afford to be stable and comfortable. Like, there's no such thing as that. That safe ground, that thing is moving. Like, the internet has gave you guys, a delusion like there's a safe ground. Like, at times like this, you're supposed to always be thinking about new tactics and new ways to get around. Like, there's none of that shit. There's no safe ground. There's no nothing. Like, they gave y'all the delusion and these vices. Those things are played out. Those things can only get you so far. Like no, like, you should always find ways to get around things. Always, you should always have a growth mindset with everything. Like, with me, every little thing I do, I have a growth mindset. What I do, because I always just have it, because you have to. You know what I'm saying? Especially as this human vessel, you're supposed to move it around. You know what I'm saying? Our consciousness, we use this body to navigate with our consciousness. So you're supposed to use your own consciousness, your conscious soul energy to move around with this plane. You know what I'm saying? Build the energy up, then start using this bitch. That's the point of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a time like this, like, you can't look for stability like that, or the American dream, or people trying to use this American dream. Like, that shit doesn't exist, bro. I'm being honest with you. That shit doesn't exist. Like, you always have to be moving, think about new tactics. As far as a partner or a girl for you guys, you better make sure that girl you guys have is on board with what you're missing. If not, you're gonna have to get rid of that fucking bitch, because she's gonna hold you back. So I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? But, like, people are looking to be comfortable. No, there is no such thing as that. Like that's why people are fucking miserable. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They're stressing over these bills. Like, I live in my neighborhood, right? I'm seeing at so many houses, the windows are empty, nobody inside of them, people are moving out. And these people could even be roommates too, and they're fucking moving out. Like, I get it, seems hard, but it's like, what the fuck have you been doing all this time? Like, y'all are roommates and y'all still couldn't fucking pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this time, it's like this, it requires you to get out of your ego and actually, like, do shit and live. Like, you actually have to live. Y'all not living. Y'all living through, like, computer screens. Y'all living through projections, bro. Like, you gotta live. Like, that's why people, I think they subconsciously realizing they don't want to do that shit, and they realize how much buildup of bullshit they made, so it's like they don't want to, like, do anything. You know what I'm saying? I have realized that comfort and all that shit, even in this plane of existence, in this timeline, it doesn't exist. You always have to find new ways to get around and do that. Yeah, you can take a break and rest, but don't see it as taking a break and rest. See it as a way to, like, to get clarity and to think. Because ain't no such thing as that shit. You know what I'm saying? What are you in? Recess? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, there is no such thing as that. Like, you always got to think of new ways to get around and just move. Like, always, no matter what. It doesn't matter. Like, this is the point. You got to move your energy, bro. Always. You always. That's why richer people get rich, because they always think about new ways. They build their mind and all that other shit. That's why when every little thing I do, it seems like I'm trying to be perfect, you know, but I get better at it. Even if I make a mistake or one little thing, I always get it, because number one, I have the energy for it. Number two, it follows, because the mindset so manifests itself. So people are looking to be comfortable and decent. Like, dude, like, no, you always have to be thinking about new ways to get around and move, bruh. Like, people are looking for stability. Like, there is no stability, man. Like, that's the point of this shit. That's why they designed this system, designed this way. You got to keep moving every time. It's like you're always playing chess. You always have to. You know what I'm saying? Even with certain people, bro. Like, y'all take this as a joke. Like, y'all trying to, especially when you're living in a Western country like America, there's definitely no such thing as comfort, man. You see all these homeless people and shit. Like, you always have to have a growth mindset with everything and keep moving. Like, dude. Like, you always, like, people are looking for stability, bro. Like, that's, you can't. You always have to be thinking new ways to get around and move your energy. You always have to do these things, bro. How do you build the energies? Just go on one of my videos, because I'm gonna be like, hey, Kenny, you're saying build energy, but you're not saying anything. Tell us, go on one of my videos that say, build your consciousness, learn from me. Go on one of my videos and I'll go down. You know what I'm saying? I taught it. So, yeah. So, you always have to have a growth mindset, like, every time. Like, it's crazy. Look how many cars are in this spot. Look, just look. When that fucking landlord comes at their ass, they gonna be fucking sick to their stomach. You know what I'm saying? Can't lay down on the bed or do whatever. Like, nah, man, that shit doesn't exist. You can do all the drugs you want. There's only so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I talked to this guy. He said he was like disabled. He couldn't talk. This nigga got 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? He subconsciously realized that he can only be disabled and get help so much that he has to get 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? His phone broke too. My phone broke, but he subconsciously probably realized that. You know what I'm saying? Even a disabled guy's getting a job or doing what they have to do. So what's y'all excuse? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear it. Y'all may not like this, but it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just sold you empty houses, bro. Like, these, it's just getting empty. Every building has like an empty house. People can't pay their rent. You always have to move. If you have a growth mindset, whatever you want will ever come, but you're always gonna move. With me, I want to be a digital nomad. I don't want to just stay stuck in one place. Like, every week or a month, I'll just change my location or change places. That's just with me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be, a digital nomad. You know what I'm saying? I have my business, I just work every location because I like moving around. I don't like to stay stuck in one place. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes this big melting pot. You know what I'm saying? This gets depressing, so that's not with me. I can't just stay in one place. You know what I'm saying? I will go to this location, you know what I'm saying? Like, anywhere, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's me sitting down at a fucking store or something, restaurant, just chewing on fucking tea or coffee or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or me at this, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter, bruh. Like, that's just with me. So, you always have to be thinking about new ways every time. Like, there's, oh, my brain can only do so much. Your brain is probably covered up with fucking stupid shit in it, you know what I'm saying? That's how you can't think clear. Your brain receives 11 million pixels of fucking data, so there's no such thing as your brain is not, probably because your brain is so fucking overstimulated with shit. So yeah, you gotta get that covered on. So yeah, man, people are looking for stability, man. They're only shooting themselves in the foot by looking for this stability in this. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as that. You always have to be using money. You always have to do this. Like, always. What is this point? You're gonna drive yourself crazy. I'm seeing these people, I can see just stress on their fucking face. help from the government, these things, it don't matter if you're male or female. There's no such thing as a stability. It don't matter. Like, y'all trying to get help from the government, getting free this. They gonna keep putting on that illusion, and now you're fucking, now, oh shit, I need money from my house. Now you can ask for more help. You see, you're trying to look for stability. It doesn't exist. It don't. You're trying to look for fucking comfort. Like, no, it don't. You always have to be using your mind. You know what I'm saying? Every time. I'm not saying that you can't have fun sometimes. You can. But don't let that shit get on your face or cloud your fucking ego or cloud your judgment. Because people let that shit happen. Like, no, you gotta know how to balance this shit out. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual battle. Like, y'all think this is a joke. Like, nah, this is serious. Like for me, I didn't take this serious along the way. Like, I took this as a joke. Oh, it's not that serious. Oh, it's just what it is. Nah, this shit's fucking serious. Like, it might have looked like this in the street in reality because you know how shit's moving slow. And then it took me some time to actually realize that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be cautious, man. Y'all be fucking cautious, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And for y'all partners, you gotta realize that your partner gotta be on board with this mission. I mean, sex is cool, whatever, kissing and all that, whatever is cool. But it's like y'all gotta make sure they're on board with this shit and keep moving, and they're ready to live this lifestyle with you. If not, then they're only gonna hold you back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna only further you from progress. You know what I'm saying? You see, look, this empty house. Like, look, people are moving out like crazy. Like, you have to have, if they have a growth mindset and just listen to what I say, but they gonna do that, they wouldn't have such a problem. It's crazy. I get it. It just seems hard. It seems like what it is, bro. I've dealt with that shit too. I didn't know how to push. I know how to turn around from that. But you got to use some mind for that, bro. There's really no excuse. I know it feels bad and you feel like shit. I felt like that many times, but I kept pushing. I don't want to say I pushed myself. I kept thinking bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know how to like find center with that. You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing this too, don't be so like attached with things. Just keep everything neutral based and center based. So that's it and just move. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to like overdo like shit. I'm not saying like overdo like extract shit. You know what I'm saying? With like attachments and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just want to see these base products or things like, oh, I'm just using these things and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know? This dirt, like, I don't know what they're bidding here. So people are just looking for stability, man. Like they're just looking for stability. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been doodle-looted with this trap. You're only gonna shoot yourself in the fucking foot. You know what I'm saying? If people not doing what I'm saying or whatever, then they're just only gonna suffer, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?